Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
All right, in this video, I'll give you my thoughts about 9/11. Okay, given that it has been part of my life, part of history, and I still remember the day when it happened, and I'll share with you a few thoughts. So yeah, if you also have been, watched that video when it happened that day live, please feel free to chime in. I would love to know your thoughts and views. Okay. If you're new to the channel, my name is Loy Machedo. I'm a personal branding strategist. I help people get well-paying jobs in Dubai, UAE, and also parts of Middle East, that is Saudi, Bahrain, Qatar, Oman. People also book my services or one-to-one coaching consulting whenever they have any confusion in terms of, personal or professional, and they can't talk to anyone about it. Okay, details are put down below. So now, 9/11. If you're like me and you are a person who could understand, like you're not a baby, like you could understand what was happening around you, that day you'd never forget. I still remember 9/11 when I was working for Citibank. I was in my 20s and I just finished meeting customers, clients, whatever. And when I came back to the bank, we always have to report back to the bank. And generally, when we come back around 4 o'clock or whatever the time was, it would be filled with people, salespeople, 120 salespeople in that floor, entire floor. When I came there that day, there was not a single person there. I was like looking around, I was like, where the hell is everyone? So they said they are all gone home to see the news. I was like, what news? Yeah, some attack has taken place in the towers. So it didn't register in my head. What towers? What this? I was like, hell with it. Then when I went down and took a cab and all that, by the time I reached the place, I was staying in, I was working in Dubai, and I was staying near the place. By the time I got out of the car, generally there were many cars and, there would be always, it was a busy street. I noticed there were no cars. I was like, what the hell is going on? So I just kept quiet, went up to my room, and I had booked in this place, I'd booked one room for myself. I was sharing accommodation. As soon as I walked in, generally, like I said, the place was empty because nobody was at home. I found all the guys at home. I could hear the TVs on. And when I went there, that was where I got a shock of my life. I didn't have a TV. So as soon as I went there, I saw the TV, and there I saw the two towers, and one tower was with flames, and it was written CNN there. And so I was like, "Oh, what is this?" So he said, "Yeah, there has been an attack and this and that." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, fine, whatever." It still didn't register the depth of what was happening. I just saw there was flames and fire. There was an attack. I don't know what happened. Evening, we were supposed to go to Ajman Kempinski to DJ. I was a DJ those days. So, as usual, my friend came to pick me up. I went down to Ajman Kempinski. There, once again, as I was setting up, I saw a lot of people sitting in the bar. And there was no music. But there was a television set showing both the towers with the fire. And the manager was American. I remember he's an old guy. I said, would you like me? He says, Loy, don't worry. You'll be paid. Just don't put any music. Today people want to see this. Just put some light music. I was like, oh, okay, fine. If you're paying me. And I kept looking at that fire and this and that. I can't recollect whether I saw the towers collapse or when they collapsed. I really can't recollect that part. I'm being honest with you. I can't recollect whether I actually saw the towers crumbling down. Okay, it's pretty faint. But when I did see that, when I did recollect, like I told you, I don't remember whether I saw it there or it was a shocker. And those days there was no much popularity on Facebook and all that. You could only see through YouTube videos. And I remember watching that video, that news play again and again and again. And I really wondered, okay, the aircraft crashed and, then you got different angles, different videos. But it blew my mind. How can the tower fall just like that? How could it just fall like that? It's like a Hollywood movie. When you see a plane crash, it's like a movie. It's like a Jerry Bruckheimer's movie. I was like, this is supposed to be like a Hollywood movie. This is not supposed to be real. So I kept watching that and I kept seeing it happen again and again and again. And then obviously, as days passed by, a lot of articles came out, a lot of videos came out, a lot of documentary. And then I remember watching this documentary called Zeitgeist. It's 2007. This is after some time. And there are a lot of conspiracy theories, which that time I didn't know a term existed. And then questions were being asked. Even if the airplane crashed, how can the towers just fall like this? And that is where, I took down notes. And today I'm going to share with you the 7 questions that I still ask to this day of September of 9/11. And I'll share with you the 7 questions and you can tell me if you know the answer. People say conspiracy theories, you're making stuff up. Okay, I'll give you the 7 points. You tell me if I'm right or wrong. First one, can you show me any incident in the world where there has been a fire for a tower at the top, but the entire tower just came like zoop, just down like this in 11 seconds, just straight down. Fire is at the top, but can you crush metal? See, just imagine a steel rod like this. Now you put 2 steel rods, you put 10. One steel rod you can't push like this, like a paper. Just imagine 100 steel rods together, 100, 100. Can you push all of them down like this? That's the first one. And if you say, yeah, you can do that because of the aircraft, that was tower 1 and 2, right? Can you explain to me tower 7, where all the video and everything recording, nothing hit that place. Nothing hit. It just collapsed. You can search online. How did that happen? With nothing hitting it, how did it collapse? Okay. So I give you 2 points. First is collapsing like paper. 7 seconds or 11 seconds. Second question was the tower 7. Third one is, if even I'm uneducated about all the scientific stuff and airline and security, just like you, I'm a normal person. But one fact is there. If an aircraft which is traveling at A to B, as per international aviation, whatever, the minute it changes course, there'll be an alert. There'll be an alarm. Because it's not supposed to change course. You're supposed to go A to B. They are networked. The number of aircrafts, I think there were 7 that day or whatever. All of them diverted. There was no alert. And even if there's an alert, nothing was being done. In fact, think about this. The most advanced, secure, modernized country in the world, which has technology that in your wildest dreams you cannot even imagine. They have kept so many secrets. Afghani or Arab or whatever, Bin Laden, with his mountain goats and his rifle in the mountain, had far advanced technology than United States, the entire country. Do you expect me to believe that a guy with goats and a rifle had more technology than USA, the entire country, the most modern country in the world, they couldn't pick up anything. They didn't know anything. CID, what? CBI, FBI, what? FBI, Interpol, the most advanced minds, intelligence in the world didn't know all this in advance. Okay. Number 4. After the towers fell down, they said there's so much heat that these metal thing melted. They said it's melted. That is why the towers collapsed like paper. Yet, with so much of heat, like lava melting this thing, they found the passports of those attackers intact or burnt. Let that sink in. The metal rods would melt. That much heat was there, but that paper of the passport was intact. And they found that parts of it. What logic? Okay, then, if that also you believe, the people who attacked in the aircraft were Saudi nationals. No? They found Saudi passports and one Emirati. Okay. But then, why did you go and attack Afghanistan if it is Saudi nationals? Okay, fine. You'll say Saudis were in Afghanistan. But then what about Iraq and weapons of mass destruction? What? From where did Iraq come? Where did Saddam Hussein come? Where did weapons of mass destruction? Do you remember Condoleezza Rice, Bush and Colin Powell? Weapons, WMD, Tony Blair. Why? Can you explain that to me? What is the connection, man? Tell me. They didn't go to Saudi. All these guys are from Saudi. They didn't go to Saudi. They went into Afghanistan. And then they attacked Iraq for oil. And they claimed weapons of mass destruction, which nobody found. And then they apologized. So, oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay. It's okay. I'll go. No problem. Millions died. It's okay. Billions. So we supplied billions of weapons, which we benefited all the politicians. But that's okay. That's okay. We have shares in those companies. That's okay. Okay, fine. So till now, if you still think it's conspiracy, point number 6, this Homeland Security, they started tapping everyone's phone. Edward Snowden and Julian Assange, they have exposed all this. Why are you spying on your own citizens? It was Saudi, right? You supplied the weapons to Saddam Hussein. You supplied the weapons to Bin Laden. You supplied the weapons to all these people. Then why are you spying on your citizens? What is this Home Patriotic Act? Nice name, Patriotic Act, but the act is not patriotic. Homeland Security is spying on everyone. Bank accounts and this and that. What? You just wanted an excuse, right? To have the Iraq war, weapons of mass destruction, sell weapons and spy on your citizens. What has that got to do with the September 9/11? What has that got to do with... In fact, you're not even addressing that you sold weapons to these people which they used against you. And one final thing. If still you believe in all this, why did USA get rid of all the evidence, all the cement, where they could literally have, post-analysis where they could do, what do you call that? There's that word here. Where they analyze everything from the data to the chemicals to, there's a particular term, you can just type it out. You didn't allow anybody from any country, experts, to analyze the data. You just covered it all up. And you got rid of it. You actually destroyed evidence. They could have done post-mortem analysis. They could have done so many things. You destroyed the evidence and you cleaned it up, completely cleaned it up and constructed something else. Why were you in such a hurry? And then the best bullshit of all, you give a 30,000, 10,000, 100,000 page report. Who's going to bloody read all that? You have to be a special kind of idiot to accept all that. Forget all that. Just a very simple common sense. Think this is a building. How do you crush it, man? Just, and okay, you'll say airplanes hit heat. Tower number 7, nothing hit it. It just collapsed. They found a passport in heat where the, steel beams were melting. But you found a paper? And then explain to me weapons of mass destruction. Explain to me Iraq war. What? This is the problem, no? If either you use your brains or you don't use them at all. Anyway, all I can tell you is that what happened was the most unforgettable incident in the history of mankind. To this day, there are so many unanswered questions. And whomsoever was alive and who experienced all this would never ever forget what happened that day. All I can tell you is, this is just me. When people are in power and you have politics and you have money and you have corruption, it's few people at the top who will benefit. The rest, the entire mankind, will just be taken for a ride. Whether it is Epstein's mysterious death, or it is, like they say, the secret societies and all that. End of the day, politicians only benefit, people in power only benefit. Rest, we're just given bullshit. And that is why people like Edward Snowden and Julian Assange, who have done good for mankind, they're called as traitors. While the people in power have such a dark past, but nobody talks about it. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share with you. If you have been a part of that experience, do let me know. But if you're a younger generation and you're not born that time, do read up and watch this movie Zeitgeist. It's online. It's a game changer. The 2007 documentary online. It's an absolute game changer. It is the one that I would say one of the key reasons for me to stop believing in God also. It just opened my eyes. Anyway, I leave this to you. Good, bad, ugly, feel free to comment down below. Love to hear your thoughts. It's me signing off. You guys take care.